How many times have you been paralyzed with decisions, just stuck at your desk, not getting anything done? Or maybe you're overwhelmed with all the different tabs open. I get it. So I want to share with you 5 productivity hacks that have been huge for me in my business so that you can achieve your goals with more grace and less overwhelm. So the first thing to do is to map it out. And you literally want to get it out of your head and into paper. You want to map out every small and big thing you want to do as part of your project so it's outside of you. And I resisted this one. I was like, this is a big waste of time. It's not really efficient. But what I found in actually doing it was that I could chunk together the things that I needed to do, and I could see what I could delegate, and it felt more possible. I could see what needed to happen to bring my vision to life. I also felt more encouraged because I knew all the things I needed to do, and I could set realistic timelines around it. So even if you have resistance, try this on and see if it works for you. I did, and it helped me so much. Just write down all the big and small things you need to do a brain dump, and then you can organize, delegate some of it, and then put realistic timelines on the others. So the second thing you want to do is a time detox. You really want to look at how you're spending your time. Is it in alignment with your bigger vision, or is there a lot of things that can be automated or delegated to other people? So time detox. So first thing, map it out. Second thing, time detox. You also want to look at the 80-20 principle. So what are 20% of the things that actually create 80% of your results? So for example, is having conversations with potential clients more effective or less effective than posting on social media, right? Start looking at what are the things that I do that push my goals forward. Okay, conversations with clients definitely help me. It's my bottom line and my deeper intention of service. Posting on social media, maybe not as effective. And you could also hire that out if it's not your highest vibration and joy. But you want to start looking at, how am I spending my time? What can I automate? What can I delegate? And is it in alignment? Can I just let it go? The third thing you want to do is one thing at a time. Really working with presence and focus is going to support you being more productive and ironically more happy. Studies are showing the more present we are, the happier we are. And when we're jumping around on our computer with different tasks or in different things, we have to literally get caught back up to where we left off, and that eats a lot of time, and then we're more scattered brained. So you want to make sure, third thing, do one thing at a time. So ideally, you get really focused on what's the thing I'm going to do for the next hour, so that you're not just checking emails all day. You're just saying, this is the one thing I'm going to focus on in this hour. Because there's been studies done that you actually 40 hours of work produces the same amount of results as 60 hours that aren't structured and focused. So get clear what you're going to do and then execute with presence on one thing at a time, and then you can take a break, right? Move up the energy. But start small. A lot of times people, especially people that are really ambitious or entrepreneurial, can take on big steps and big ambitious dreams, and then it's almost like a firework. They get very excited about something and then it diminishes. You want to start small and then grow and ramp up your goals over time. Start small, get present and focused. One thing that I do in my mastermind groups is called Get It Done sessions. And so we have a co-working space where we come together. I challenge them to do the things that they resist doing most in their business that could really support them in moving things forward. So maybe that email to a potential client they couldn't write, or working on their book, whatever the thing is that they really want to do. And together we come together, we just take 1 hour, we're focused, then we take a break, we dance it up, shake it up, and then we come back for the next hour. We set an intention for what we're going to do. I find people are much more effective, it's more fun, and you can be productive as a result. And so the fourth thing you want to do is to make sure to take a break. You want to make sure to take breaks throughout your day. And some people actually set up their business and their day so that they work 50 minutes and then they take 10 minutes off. You can find whatever flow works for you. People change this up. But essentially you want to do something that's not computer work, and it actually shifts your mind and does things that are a little bit different. You can do conscious breathing. Do a few of those for 5 minutes or so. You kind of get high. You can also take a dance break. You can talk to a coworker, call a friend. Make sure to do something that's a little bit different, but do take the breaks. You'll come back way more focused and energized. There's also apps and things that you can use to support you in the structure if you think that's helpful. But the fifth thing is to set up your schedule in a way that you're most energized in your day, right? So set up your schedule consciously. And what this means is, so for example, for myself, I know that my energy drops around 2 or 3, especially if I'm doing computer work. But what energizes me is being in connection with people. So I will either have my lunch at that time or I will see clients at that time because I feel revitalized and energized by that. I can do more creative work in the morning and then I'll get into clients and some other type of logistical stuff later in the day. This way you're designing your day and your life in a way that feels like you're optimizing your energy and what's in flow for you. I've talked about boundaries in another video. Obviously, if you want to be more productive, you want to learn how to say no and yes to yourself and the things that are most important for you, you can learn about that there. I do want to mention that boundaries are super helpful just to be able to prioritize yourself and your goals. I talk about how to set up boundaries in a really loving and clear way for yourself in another video, so check that out if it's helpful. But really, this is about supporting you in designing a life that is around your flow, around your schedule, making sure that you take breaks throughout the day so that you're revitalized, you're focused, and you want to do one thing at a time. Really be present and intentional. You're going to be happier, more productive as a result. And then a time detox, letting go of the things that aren't in alignment with what you're really desiring, and see if you can delegate and automate some of those other things. And then lastly, map it out. Make sure that you've mapped out all the things so that you feel like you have a clear timeline. It's out of your head and not being an overwhelm anymore. You can start delegating and receiving support for it. So I want to support you in being proactive in your life rather than reactive, and not to just watch this as entertainment, but to actually take action and do something. Small, consistent changes are what actually shift our lives. And so what is something you can do today that's small to support you in letting go of the overwhelm and just starting? Write in the comments below, let me know what it is. I would love to hear from you. Know that I'm cheering you on. And if this can support somebody, feel free to share this video with them. Let them know you can create change together. That's one of the most fun and inspiring ways to do it. Start today. Tell me what you're going to do. I look forward to hearing from you.